name is Kayla, and I will be performing a series of monologues as Cynthia Carpenter, Amy Soames, and Mrs. Webb from the play Our Town. Oh, Amy, I wish you wouldn't talk so much. I know you've been like this, but I'm your sister, and I'm supposed to watch out for you and take care of you. And it's not becoming of a lady to talk so much or be in someone's business. How I wish you could hear me. Maybe hearing my voice would soothe you. Maybe you'd learn to talk less and listen more. Oh, forgive my shortness of attitude, but I'm only worried for you. But yet, I'm not surprised. You've been like this since I can remember. Screaming and running through the halls, tearing your garments. A toothless maniac you were. But yet, you were still a princess to me. And now that I'm dead, it's like you've fallen into old ways. Your own way of hiding the pain that you must deal with due to my death, and I feel as if I have failed you.
Oh, don't you just love a good wedding? I just love weddings. Reminds me of my own back in 1882. I was the most gorgeous bride this town has ever seen. My reception was simply marvelous. Oh, would you look at the young lovebirds in their little bubble of adoration. Why, their family would be just darling, I tell you, but if you ask me, they'll all be off their rockers. Why, I heard the boy won't even go to agriculture school. How does he plan to manage chickens if he doesn't even know how? Huh? If you ask me, he might as well become Simon Stimson and drink himself into the grave. Speaking of, there that lowly bastard is now, pretending like he isn't hiding a flask of whiskey under his coat. Ooh, I can't stand that man. Why, with people like him in this town, we'll all go downhill. Just the other day, Howie, the milk boy, told me he's seen a stranger come into town. Said he was from New York. Well, he can go on back to New York. We don't need people like him ruining beautiful moments like this. Granted, it's still not as beautiful as mine, but a lovely evening indeed.
Hush, Amy. I don't need any of that nonsense on my conscience. I love you, dear. I do. But sometimes you put yourself in people's business, and it's not right. You talk too much, dear. It's not nice or generally ladylike. Now, if Simon Stimson wants to be a drunk, then you let him, but that's between him and the Lord. What do you mean you're not in the man's business? I bet you know what kind of liquor he's got on the second shelf of his cabinets. You talk too much, dear. It's not nice. But if you refuse to stay out of people's business, then you do just that. But don't get me mixed in with it. And my goodness, leave George alone. The boy will be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a wedding to attend to.